Premier Heating and Air is now offering free home energy audits. Call Premier Heating and Air now at 478-300-2633 for your free home energy audit. Premier's professional technicians will inspect your vents and duct system for cleanliness, inspect your attic insulation, check your indoor air quality, evaluate moisture barriers, and more. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633 and experience a Premier difference today. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends 2/29/24.
Welcome everybody. I'm glad to be here today at Oconee Fall Line Technical College. I have with me William Fuller. And William, you've been nominated only 1 out of 8. How about that? 8 people, and you're one of the nominations.
It's pretty shocking to me.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I got my GED here at Oconee Fall Line, and my instructor, Mr. Brock, nominated me originally for it. And when they said you got to write a speech, I got my speech ready, and then I said the speech on a video that we turned in, and next thing I know, Miss McManus is telling me that, hey, you made the top 8. So
did it surprise you? Was you expecting it?
I was not expecting it. I really did not think that I would make the top 8.
Mm-hmm. Going to Atlanta in March and compete. It's going to be a wonderful event. Tell us about your speech. What's it about?
My speech is based on how I overcame ADD to do what I'm doing right now, which I am in HVAC classes to get my air conditioning technology diploma.
Mm-hmm. I've been to a lot of graduations at Oconee Fall Line. Y'all have heard me say this before, but I love coming. I see people coming across the stage getting their GED. A couple years later, you see them walking across the stage getting a degree in criminal justice or HVAC or one of the many over 100 diplomas and degrees out here that you can get. So if you're watching us now, there's something for you, and we'll help you with that. We can put you through an assessment. If you say, well, I don't know what I'd be good at, we can help you with that and do an assessment. And we've got all the people on staff here to do that. So, and you're never too old. You're never too old. William, I have a friend of mine I go to church with. She's 87 years old. And several years ago, she come back to Oconee Fall Line to get her early childhood and education degree. So, and she's working in the school systems now. So you're never too old. And if you meet this lady, you never know she's 87 years old, first of all, but don't ever think you can't do it, you know. I'm a country boy. I always say, when you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you're right. So you need to continuously be learning no matter what you're doing. So when you first came to Oconee Fall Line, what made you come and want to tackle this GED first?
Well, when I moved here from Oregon, my cousin's husband got me into working a little bit with some AC units, helping him clean them, that kind of stuff. And I was like, I want to learn more. So I realized how hands-on it was, and the fact that I am a lot better with hands-on learning stuff than book learning. Mm-hmm. So when he told me that I had to have a high school diploma or a GED to be able to take the course, I decided to come in and get registered for the GED classes so that I can take the HVAC course.
And how did the staff here help you?
A lot. Mr. Brock was amazing in helping me get through my work and structuring things to where it's a lot easier for me to understand.
Yeah, and you've overcome a lot of obstacles, haven't you?
Quite a few. I was homeless when I was living in Oregon. I drove a motorhome all the way over here. And everything has just completely turned around since. Got my GED. Doing the HVAC courses, the biggest thing that I've had to overcome was the attention deficit disorder, and it makes things a little more difficult when you're trying to learn. But the hands-on, being there to help me get through the course, and anytime I had any questions, he was there to answer them and help me, and so.
We all need help, don't we?
A little bit, yep.
So when will you complete the HVAC program?
This is my second semester now, and I have a total of 5 semesters to be able to do it. So I've got 3 more after this semester, which ends towards the end of April. So.
And how is it as far as the course you're going through now? Is it difficult, or you tackling it?
There's a couple things that are a little difficult. For me, like remembering names of certain components and whatnot is a little difficult, but the actual working on them and learning how to do it and troubleshoot and stuff, I'm getting that pretty good. So,
what would you say to somebody watching us now? They need to change their life. They need to get an education. They're struggling. Maybe they don't have a job. Maybe they're in a dead-end job. What would you say to that person watching about coming and joining Oconee Fall Line?
It's a great school to learn. The instructors that I've had have all been really informative and helpful. The school offers grants and stuff to people who can't really afford it, like in my situation. I got a Pell Grant, so that's a big help, and you can always sign up for the Pell Grant and be able to come and do what you need to do to better your life.
Okay, you only got a few weeks before you got to go to Atlanta.
Yep.
Are you working hard? You prepared?
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to memorize the speech and everything, and get that all tucked away, and my enthusiasm level saying the speech isn't quite high enough, but I get nervous doing that kind of stuff. So.
Well, you don't seem nervous here. You're on television in front of tens of thousands of people, so.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that. Thank you.
You wasn't nervous till now. And right before he falls out, huh?
Appreciate that.
But this is a good prerequisite for doing that. How long is the speech?
Approximately 5 minutes.
What was the first draft?
The first draft was, I think, about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
It always is. You always have to cut. So.
Yep.
But you'll get it, and like I said, this is a good way to practice, and the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. So, but your enthusiasm level here, if you'll keep it at that, you seem excited about it now. Mm-hmm. So if you'll just carry that over into it, and then we're going to set up an interview for maybe the middle of March so I can interview the winner of the statewide. And what I'm reading about the winner is you get a 2-year tuition free at any college, Oconee Fall Line, in the technical college system of Georgia. So that's pretty good, 2 years.
Yeah, that's pretty up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything you want to add before we go?
No.
Okay, you just ready to go, ain't you, bud?
Yep.
Okay, William Fuller, we're proud of him, I'm going to tell you. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back right after this.
All right, boys, if you want to go to college, you have to clear out another one of these.
What if we told you there was a better way to save for your kids' college than pickle jars? Morris Bank's Savings Builder account and moolah makes saving for your kids' college easier than ever. All you have to do is connect the account to your debit card, where it automatically rounds up your purchases to the nearest dollar, depositing that spare change into a moolah account where it will grow into a nice little nest egg for whatever your kids have their sights set on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's Four Seasons.
Welcome back, everybody. Martin Brock, you kept hearing William refer to him, and Martin was behind the camera, so we had to get him in front of the camera because you kept hearing him reference you. Let's talk about William a little more. I want you to brag on him.
Okay, well, William has been a great pleasure to our class, and one of the things that I like about him, as well as many of the other students, but especially him, is that he came in, he was focused, very open to instructions, and the proof was in the pudding. I mean, I could tell he had the potential, he just needed some guidance, and he grabbed it and went with it, and he accomplished it in a very short period of time. But as long as you do the work, you get the rewards, and he's definitely done the work.
Yeah, and you heard me say he's overcome a lot of obstacles, especially with the ADD. Could you tell that he was trying to overcome that at the time, or did he share it with you?
He shared it, but I wasn't paying attention too much as far as any shortcomings along those lines. Obviously, he had developed the ability to overcome it while in our presence. So basically, he was given a task, and he accomplished it. Mm-hmm. If he had questions, he asked, and otherwise, he just pressed on. And that was very impressive.
How does it feel when you see a student and the moment the light comes on? What kind of feeling is that?
It's a great feeling because you can tell when they first come, they're a little bit nervous, anxious, not understanding, what this going to take. But when you try to relieve those fears and shine light on the areas where they don't understand, once they know, oh, this is not so bad after all, then all of a sudden they just go all in. And that's one of the things that William did. Once he was convinced that I can do this, and it was just full steam ahead after that. And when students see that they can do it, it always helped them to accomplish things better.
We have a lot of people in Lawrence and surrounding counties that did not complete their high school education for whatever reason. People had to work, loss of a parent, whatever. There's different reasons, or just didn't do it. What would you say to that person? How difficult is it to come back at 30, 40, 50 years old and get that degree?
I would say that if you have a desire to accomplish any goal in life, if you focus, you get the proper help and guidance, you can do it. And I just believe you can do it until you show me you can't do it. Yeah. And I approach it with that attitude, and no matter what the age is, I think you said that earlier, mm-hmm. When they want to do something, and that's one of the things that motivate me. Over the years, I've had a lot of help and assistance in different areas of life, and as a result of that, I knew what happened for me, and I said, well, I want to help other people do the same thing. That they just need a little nudging, and they'll be able to accomplish it. And it doesn't matter the age, whatever, because we have quite a few students. I think our oldest is like 75 in our class. And of course, the youngest is about 16, but all of them have the same desires and abilities to do what they need to do. Some go fast, slow, but we adjust to whatever works for them. Main thing, we try to relieve the tension and the stresses that comes with everyday life, so when they come into the class environment, they're more comfortable. This is not a war zone here. When you come here, this is a safe place. You got support from staff, you got support from everybody, and I always brag on our superiors because they support what we do, and the proof is in the pudding. Yeah. So yeah, they can accomplish it. Yeah,
no doubt about it. Now, you had retired from your career and retired for a little while, and then you came back, going to teach at Oconee Fall Line. What made you want to do that?
Well, several things. Of course, I enjoyed helping people. That's the main thing. I want to help people, and I saw an opportunity. Of course, the pay was good too. Yeah, that always does good. Yeah, it helps. And I'm only a couple of minutes from the school, so when you tie that in, and then you have good support systems in place. Our superior, and I'm going to say something about that today as well. Ms. McManus is one of the best supervisors in the whole OFTC system. And of course, I'm not under everybody, but I'm under her. But the thing is when we got in here and I saw how they treated the people, how they treated staff and supported staff, that made me want to do more, because I come into a system that's very aggressive about helping people. So it was very easy to jump into, because I always liked that. My whole life is around helping people. And so this is a way to help people that have met with many struggles in life. So I said, well, it don't matter what the struggle is.
That's right.
If you come here, I believe we can help you. If I don't know what to do, I got superiors that do know. Somebody knows how to help you. And if you give us an opportunity, we'll do it.
Yeah, and you and I were talking off camera a while ago. We all struggle. You know, I don't care how old you get.
Right.
We have struggles in life, and I read a quote years ago. It said, "You've never been so tall as when you reach down and help somebody up."
Absolutely.
And that's what a lot of education is, whether it's in high school. And you talk about Demi, you know, she taught school administration for many, many years. I ain't gonna say how long, because she's coming up next. So she's a lot younger than I am, trust me. So, but she was in education for many years. So she has that experience that you can fall back on. So that's another thing. But the mind's out here. You just like you said, you put all them heads together. Even if one person don't know, you get two or three together, you can come up with some kind of solution to it. So
Absolutely.
okay, brother. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all
pleasure.
stay with us. We're gonna bring Demi in next.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin with Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin with Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Hi, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports. We'd just like to take this time to thank you for your business in 2023. And we look forward to serving you in the new year ahead. For products, parts, and service of Can-Am, Gravely, and Echo, come see us at Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports. We're located at 301 North Jefferson Street in downtown Dublin, or you can call us at 478-272-7769. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Ask Curry Maffin Insurance in Dublin and Augusta if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back, everybody. I have with me now Demi McManus, and you are the Dean of Adult Education. Last time I was here, we were over in the Stewart Building. Tell us what's going to happen at the Stewart Building.
Well, they're going to retrofit the whole building for the business and industry, trades and industry, and student affairs, and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to basically be brand new on the inside.
Yeah, and it needs it. The Stewart Building, that was the original Hard Georgia Tech at the time, Oconee Fall line, but and it's that goes way back. I remember talking to Mr. Louis Livingston. He was my mentor, and we were talking on his back, like his Florida room in the back of his house. I said, Mr. Louis, why do we need a technical college? He was trying to get it here. He said, James, everybody don't need to go to college. He said, we need diesel mechanics and welders and HVAC and all these jobs that, he said, they don't need to go to a university. And those university's good if you going down a certain path, but the people that you train out here and they get these degrees, they're the ones that make this make America turn, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. And people talk about technical schools being the best kept secret, and it really is.
Yeah.
Since I have started working here, I have learned so much about what they offer and how flexible it is, and how they look at what the needs are of the student and take it from there, you know, and just provide whatever support is needed to make sure that the students are successful.
Okay, somebody watching, what kind of route do you take? How long does it take to go through the adult education? And there's a couple of 3 different tiers, aren't there? You can go different ways. Explain all that to us.
Well, with adult education, it's based mainly on what your needs are. If we provide support and instruction at your level, so like if somebody comes in and they left high school in the 11th grade, then they're not going to need quite as much instruction as somebody that left high school in the 9th grade. So we gear everything around the individual and what they need. All of our classes, adult education, all of our classes are free. So it doesn't cost anything to come to adult education classes. And we also provide support not just for high school equivalency, but if somebody wants to go to college and they haven't had math in a while and they need a refresher, we can provide, you know, some math instruction for them before they go into the credit side if they want to. So we've got several things that we do. A new initiative that adult education has started is family literacy. So we're working with different school systems to help identify parents that may need their high school equivalency or some extra instruction and foundational skills, and we can provide that as well. So we're not just high school equivalency anymore. We center around whatever the individual needs. So that is adult education. And then once you get your GED, then you can move on to the credit side, whichever program it is that that you're interested in. There's over 100 programs, and everything is focused on the skills that are needed, the hands-on, like William said, tons of hands-on work, lots of support. And so it's just a great place to come to school and to learn and to do what you really want to do. You can get a certificate, you can get a diploma, you can get an associate's degree. So everything really is very flexible in identifying what it is the individual wants.
You was in public education for many years. How did that prepare you for what you're doing now?
Even when I was in public education, I realized that traditional high school is not for everyone. It's very difficult for some individuals, like if you have ADD or ADHD or a learning disability of some kind, it's very difficult to go the traditional path. And school systems are doing a great job now with being more innovative in the approaches that they take. But just, I guess, understanding every student is different, and the needs of every student need to be identified, and then you need to focus on that. You really need to individualize in order to make students be successful. And so that started in public ed, and with adult education, the flexibility that we have and the way that we can schedule classes. We do morning, afternoon, and evening. We provide online opportunities. So all of that just makes it more student-centered so that we can make sure the students are getting what they need.
Yeah, so you have no excuse.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
There's no excuse at all. I mean, morning, noon, night, whatever it takes, online, which has really advanced a lot of people to get in an education. But,
absolutely.
So you're only as good as your people. I don't care what kind of business you're running. You got to have good people. Talk about your people.
I am extremely fortunate. The team that we have in adult education is wonderful. Mr. Brock, that you just spoke with, he is actually our outstanding teacher of the year, and he is going to Atlanta in March as well. So, and there's a competition for that also. So, Mr. Brock has just done an amazing job. helping students, I mean, he'll come to me and say, okay, I have one that we need to do this. What's the possibility? And we always, like you said, we always try to find a way to make it work. And then the rest of the staff is the same way. They all are here because they want to help our students be successful. I have a good many retired educators that work for us as well. And we all help each other. Like if one instructor is really strong in something and another instructor needs help with it, they reach out to each other. And we have a very much a team-oriented environment, and I just feel like it works great for everybody. And we do have a site in all 11 counties that we serve, so it doesn't matter if you're in our service delivery area. We offer adult education classes there, so you know, we are spread out, but we do still provide that support for all of our instructors, and we do visits with each county and each site. And the instructors are just in it for the right reason, and you can't always say that.
Talk about William a little bit.
William is wonderful. He has been one of our students that, like Mr. Brock said, he came in, he knew what he wanted to do, he came in focused, and he has just done a great job. I've heard nothing but great things from Mr. Brock, from Mr. Woodard, who is our instructional coordinator, Dr. Swanson, who is another instructor that works and had worked some, I think, with William as well. Everybody is just raves about William and his work ethic and his focus and what all he does. And we are very honored to have him represent us in March.
And I didn't tell this when I was talking to William, but he is from Eastman, lives in Eastman. And we do have campuses in different places throughout the Middle Georgia area, but you know, we have so many people drive into this campus from Eastman and Cochran and Roddy and Hawkinsville, wherever. So no matter where you're watching us, whether you're watching us on YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, we've got a campus for you, or you're close to a campus, aren't you?
Very much so. Like I said, we serve 11 counties. We go from Hancock County all the way down to Telfair County. So we've got a long, skinny stretch through the middle of the state. And, you know, if you are interested in getting your high school equivalency or getting started back on your education, please call us. We are more than happy to, wherever you are, help make sure we can provide that service.
Okay, so how do you start? You say call, you give them the number, we'll put it on the screen, but and I think you also have an email, they can email you, right?
Yes, we do. The main number for adult education is 478-274-7848. And the email address that you can reach us at is AE, virtual enrollment, all spelled out, at oftc.edu. We also, if you go to the OFTC website, oftc.edu, under programs, you'll see adult ed. We've got lots of contact methods there as well. It's got all of the counties listed, where the sites are, that kind of thing. So, you know, we have actually 4 sites in Lawrence County because Lawrence is so big. And we're looking at trying to do multiple sites in other places. We've got a couple of sites in Wilkinson County. So, you know, wherever you are, we'll make it work.
Like we said a minute ago, no excuses. I mean, they're going to do it around you, wherever you are, whatever level you're at. So is there, I heard what you said, but do you have to start at a certain time, or is it just any time somebody comes in, you build that program around them, you assign that instructor, and then you move forward? Is that what you do?
Absolutely. Our program runs from July 1 to June 30. We take enrollment all the time. If you decide today is the day, you just walk in and we'll get you started. There's no delay.
Okay, sounds good. Why don't you make today the day then, and come on in and get started. I'm telling you, Oconee Fall Line, it is the most incredible staff. I've been working on this campus for a little over 18 years now. I've said this on the air before, and people pick on me about it, but I have had people ask me, how long have you worked at Oconee Fall Line? I said, I don't work there. Well, you're always out there. I said, well, there's so much to talk about. and we've had so many success stories that we have aired. It's just, you know, the non-traditional students or the younger students or whatever it might be, to hear the stories. It's so touching to see the sacrifices that people make. I had Yolanda Pitts. She was one of my success stories, and she went to Heart of Georgia when she first got out of school. Then life happened. She got pregnant, she had a baby, ended up having a few more kids, and then she realized, I got to get more of an education. So she come back and got the next step in her nursing degree. So, so many people. Y'all, why don't you be the next success story? Because I'm telling you, you come out and, yeah, you got to do your part, but they're going to walk side by side with you as you accomplish those goals and to make your life a better life and a better life for your family. So, and I love to see, and Demi, being an educator, you know this, but when people come back to school when they're 30, 35, 40, and their children, and I did a success story with Atlanta Rogers, and her kids' grades increased. They see mama studying hard, mama's doing good.
Absolutely.
Now they have that role model, and it's just an incredible thing that happens, and it affects different generations while it's going on. So, but Oconee Fall Line, I know you're not disagreeing with me. She's nodding her head. So you can't go wrong, can you?
You cannot. You cannot. And what you just said about, you know, children seeing their parents studying, and that's the whole premise behind the family literacy component that we've just started a couple of years ago, to because we realize that it takes all of us.
Amen.
You know, we've all got to work together. That second chance for an education is just right around the corner. Like James said, just come, take that step.
Yeah.
Let us help you. We're more than happy to. And Dr. Harden is wonderful. She is very much centered around what students need, and she pushes all of us, you know, to make sure that that we're doing our part.
Yeah.
And we even in adult ed offer integrated education and training, where you can participate in a program and come out of that 2-week program with a OSHA 10 certification. And it's called Industrial Workplace Fundamentals, Forklift Safety Certification, Medic First Aid. We do North Star Digital Literacy. And that's a 2-week course that we offer inside adult education that gives some certifications that are great on resumes and stuff like that. We do workplace skills. We do digital literacy skills. We do just about anything. If you have a need, come see us. We'll figure out a way to make it happen.
Absolutely. Come on out to Oconee Fall Line, and I like to end with most of these stories, but read to your children, read to your grandchildren.
Absolutely.
I read to my grandchildren I have 2 or 3 of them every day, and they love for me to read to them. And I said this on the air the other day, and somebody flagged me down in town and wanted to talk more about it, but I'm ashamed to say this, but the way we know how many prison beds we're going to need in Georgia is based on 3rd grade reading levels. I know you realize that. So if you're not reading on a 3rd grade level in the 3rd grade, then your future, the odds are, it's not going to be that bright. And you may be one of those to drop out. You may be the one to get in trouble and get into different things. And it is sad that that's how we build prison beds, but it's so true, and that's how important reading is, isn't it?
It is. It is. Reading is the foundation for everything else. And even in math today, you've got to be able to read the problem to understand what it's wanting you to do in order to be able to solve it. And it's all applied now. It's not, you know, just addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. You've got to be able to read to be able to do it. So reading is the foundation for everything.
Yeah, it's not like math when we were in school.
No, it's not. Not at all.
There ain't nothing the same as we were in school. So
Correct.
you got to keep learning, but read to your children, read to your grandchildren. You read, and it'll just make you a better person. It's easier to learn, and life will come a lot better to you if you'll just read. So remember that. Let that be your word for today. So I want to thank Martin, William, Demi for being with us, and this is gonna be your permanent place over here.
Yes, yes. Adult education has moved permanently to the Porter Center, so we're easy to find right in the middle of the campus. So just come see us.
Okay, thank you, Demi. However you're watching us today, YouTube or iTube or Instagram, I'm telling you, Demi, people our age, well, my age anyway, we watch television, but these younger kids like William, they watch it on an iPad, iPod, whatever, and watch it on these different social media platforms.
Absolutely.
So they just watch TV different, and it's a very evolving thing. So no matter how you're watching us today, we appreciate you joining us.